Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to ZeldaSpeedRuns for race number 2 in our doubleheader today of the final day of yes, y'all. I know. I'm sorry to say, it is the final day of League. It is almost League soon, but we have here the final race, the 2-0 race in the Gold Sword division between Yeroc and Oase. Joined on comms today by Rob J. Beasley and by Concision. How are the two of you doing?
Doing pretty good, thanks.
Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. It's Sunday. I'm watching Zelda. What more can I want?
Exactly.
I'm going to hand it over to the two of you. We'll get this race going shortly.
All right, so yeah, this is the big one. The finals of this season's Gold Sword bracket, the highest tier of the league. Two runners looking for their first NMG League championship.
Should be getting started any second now. Okay.
Yep, looks like we're well into the countdown here.
And off we go.
Yeah. And who doesn't love starting the run with like 20 seconds of mashing? Alright, so off we go here on the way to Hyrule Castle to get us started. This split tends not to be the most exciting, but it's pretty highly optimized. We'll be seeing how close to the 550s that these two can push it.
Yeah, I would say between Yeroc and Oase, both these runners are very good at this segment. Very consistent usually.
I say, unfortunately, having a slightly rougher pattern in the courtyard there, trying to squeeze by the guards, couldn't quite manage it, but didn't lose too much there. Also getting worse RNG in the hallway there too. As for the first keyguard screen there, not seeing very many left slashes in League, but looks like Corey's going for it.
I don't think Corey changes up his strats too much for races. Like he just tends to lean on what he practices for PB attempts and call it good. So, different runners have different philosophies there, I guess.
And sure, that makes a lot of sense. Like, some runners do like to take a few things a bit safer in races, but I know some people. I think Fricka was always a proponent of just do the strats you know.
Yeah. Neither runner getting the best green dart RNGs there.
But neither of them having any trouble with 8 slashing the ball and chain. So here we go. Looks like we've got a lamp first from Corey and a torque first from Oase. This time it was Corey's turn to get pecked by one of the guards in the hallway there, but realistically, neither runner's going to be getting killed during escape here. Like once you've got past ball and chain with almost all of your health, it's not a split where you take very much damage usually.
Yeah, you might run into a snake or a rat somewhere in the back here, but they do such little damage that with more than a heart, we're not too worried at this point.
Yeah, I think the rats only do a quarter. Like they don't really hit very hard at all. Two pretty nice paths through the snake hallway. Alright, let's see what the key rat feels like doing to us today.
A little unfortunate for Oase that it continued.
Yeah, dealt with it well though. It's very easy to be a bit too eager with the boomerang when you get that RNG and then to just not collect the key, but he timed it pretty much perfectly.
Alright, and both runners through.
Looks like a 51, the 53, so pretty solid escapes right there.
Maybe the one concession that Corey will make here is picking up St. Heart.
Yeah, that's about the freest safety you can get at a cost of about 3 seconds. An extra heart for almost the entire run is a pretty big deal. Both having to deal with the off rock there that tends to get in the way, and it certainly did here, but they've both got through it fine. So they're going to be entering Eastern Palace with full health.
We see Oase slash one of the popos. I assume trying to grab a blue rupee.
Saw some nice little boomerang strats from both of them there in the Stalfo spawn room. Corey to grab the heart and get back to full health, and Oase to grab the magic and save theoretically a handful of frames on refill at the end of the dungeon.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Corey running into a little bit of trouble with this deboost. Picks up a safety heart and gets it using the anti-fairy to get the iframes. So this is why we get Sync Heart?
Yeah, shout out to the Sank Heart, it's already paying off. I guess if he hadn't grabbed Sank Heart, he would have had to have grabbed an extra safety heart there, which would have cost him about as much time as Sank Heart already, and then yeah, still got to be a little bit careful coming into the back half of Eastern Palace here with only one heart. The Igors will kill you from that health, and the cannonballs are also unpredictable and do half a heart. Right, both of them getting really favourable rupee drops there. So they're all set for their past darkness money now with the tree pools. Ooh, looks like Corey's lost track of the Armos fight here though. Ooh. Oh. Thought at the end there he might have actually had a chance of backing up the quick kill, but didn't quite get it.
Yeah, losing a handful of seconds there in that room.
Right, so now we've got our boots. We can see the first spin speed of the run. See if we can set the tone for good things to come. So both try.
Good.
Yeah, first try from both.
Good omens.
I say, unfortunately, not getting the unholy spin speed there. Like Corey's going for it as well. Looks like Oase used the menu to book to try to dodge the water dash, but Corey's saving it for later.
Yeah, I believe Corey saves it for stair canceling or stair lag canceling up here.
I'll say not having a fun time with the cannonballs there, unfortunately. Had to
No.
they had to delay quite a bit on the way up and then got hit on the way back down.
Yeah, and
Corey
Corey
having
much more
yeah.
favorable RNG. Yeah.
Right, let's see if they're going to go for the Desert 2 spin speed here. Yeah. Yep, no cowards here. Both of them hit it as well. Corey hadn't come very far off the stairs, so was a little bit cautious to make sure that he got around them with spin speed, but still without falling off the side. I was able to get the legendary double kill there. Best possible RNG in the Popo room.
Both runners coming up on the Lambo fight, which is the first, like, really wide place for divergence, I guess, in terms of performance.
Alright, nice clean up from Oase there.
Yeah, that's all I'll say with the 3 cycle. I believe this will be 4 for Corey if he cleans it up here.
Yeah. So both of them also going for the menu to the boomerang there. Ooh, yeah.
We're showing us why that free menu to boom can be so useful.
Alright, quite nice Death Mountain RNG from Oase there, but unfortunately missing the stairs at the end. Ooh, Corey getting much less favourable RNG and is now being harassed by so many bowlers.
Manages to make it out without taking more than a heart of damage, though, which is pretty good based on all those boulders.
Looks like Corey's going to give us the boom strats here.
Whoops.
Ooh, and we're seeing the downside of going for it there. If you hit the switch unnecessarily, it will be costing you time. But gets it second try.
Yeah, the whole game sort of pauses when the switch activates.
Alright, oase scaring me a bit there by doing the latest possible menu to lamp. Unfortunate arrow drop in beetles there from oase. No way you can go and grab that one, it's just too far to the right.
Yeah, he's got 9, which is workable enough, but sure would have loved to have those.
Ooh, Corey, unfortunately, oh no, not getting the beetle strat at first, and then kind of getting overrun by them. Okay. Alright, that distracted me from watching oase's bomb jump, but I presume it went well, because he's carrying on. Corey hits the bomb jump as well. Oase into the Moldorm fight. Ooh, okay.
Oh boy, yeah.
A little scary at the end there, but gets through it without any falls. Corey coming into the fight here on 2 hearts, so even scarier here, but it's going okay so far. Moldorm is hanging out on the left there. Alright, a couple of sort of gamble-y dashes through there, but it paid off really well. Why I say going for the pickle shot? Okay. I wasn't sure either. It's like Corey going for the dash through the extra bush crap there. Looks like oase has gotten his 4 kills, no damage. There's our red rupees. We're all set to enter Pass of Darkness. Right, lots of quite technical rooms in Aghanim's tower here. Good start there from Oase. Gets the dash kill on the guards to preserve the prize packs.
Corey using a low arrow variation of the entrance guard's kill.
Yeah, just using a couple of extra beams to substitute an arrow there to keep the count up by 1. I say going for the extra arrow strat there to still do the optimal strat without having sword beams. Trying to... Oh, got it as well. I wasn't sure if that heart would make it in time, but it did. And then loses it anyway. Alright, yeah, Corey doing the beam version of the spear guards there. Alright, so Oase first into our big RNG segment here. I feel like there have been a large number of people getting 0 blue balls in league races I've seen this season. This could still be one of them, because Oase gets a clean run through the first set. Ooh, wasn't to be. So Corey got one early on here as well. Oh.
Straight to 3.
0 into the 3. You hate to see it.
Corey's still with 1. And finishes with 1. So that's, I believe, 18 seconds of time save over.
Yeah. Yeah, the race has gotten real close again all of a sudden.
Yep. It's 6 seconds per blue ball, but Corey got to skip an entire lightning cycle over Oase. So that's another 6 seconds, more or less.
So past the darkness time, you're going to be grabbing some keys, then mirroring back out a few times here. So we start with the shooter key, then there'll be another small key from Stalfo's basement, and then the big key. I say going to be the first one coming up to the hammer jump here. Double pixel perfect bomb jump to get ourselves across this gap. Ooh, needs to throw that bomb. Okay, we're on a bit of a clock here. Yeah.
Oh.
Unfortunate. Corey taking a few extra buffers there, so SA does still just about hang on to the lead, but the damage taken is also not ideal.
Yeah, we won't really see the full effect of that fail bomb jump until he refills his hearts in the stature room.
Yeah, and I presume at 3 hearts down here that he will choose to get back to full, because having beams will save a couple of menus in the basement.
So it may have been just enough for Corey to pull ahead for the moment.
Yeah, it's pretty tight right now.
It is.
Some pretty good sexy statues there too. Seeing the benefit as well of Corey being a bit more frugal with the arrows in Aghanim's Tower.
Corey actually beamed one of the jellies on the way to the hammer jump, and it happened to drop the arrows. And he dashed through them, so he got a very nice drop in this dungeon. That was maybe planned. Or at least hoped for.
Ooh, okay, we've got ourselves a turtle situation here from OSA, unfortunately. Taking 1 harder damage, so that does mean that 1 less hit can be taken against Helmasaur, but, you know, hopefully we're not going to take any hits to Helmasaur.
Alright. Good fight from both runners.
Yeah, I think OSA got slightly nicer RNG there, so I was able to pull a little bit of time back, and again, it looks like we're pretty much neck and neck here.
Yeah, more or less perfectly synced.
Ooh, Corey getting murdered actil. Ooh, then also not getting the hammer dash on the bridge there, but was able to avoid the enemies at least.
Cheeky little heart pick up there in the bush under the dash line before the grove.
It's like, yeah, how I say was on the good quick walk pixel there to get the easy flute dig. So here we come into Thieves Town. I say got the favourable Fire Snake RNG. Didn't get in Corey's way either.
Thieves Town tends to be a pretty low variance dungeon overall, but except for the one room, which is Hellway, which can be a tremendous source of variance.
Yep, coming up on that just a couple screens time on Oase's side here. Oh, unfortunately he... okay. Well, that was a unexpected source of variance. Here is the Hellway, hits the pixel but doesn't get the enemies to cooperate, unfortunately.
Not paid off. Corey, I think, hit the pixel in a similar situation. Although he may have made it if he pushed that dash, I'm not sure. But we see that Corey clawed back a couple seconds of time easily there. I believe he was behind about 4 seconds entering the dungeon.
Oh, I say having to wait for the jelly to stop sparking. Looks like Corey's able to find a path down the left-hand side of the screen. We see the pretty important arrow pot there from Oase in particular. So his count's certainly not looking great. I mean, you can work with it, but it's not ideal. It would appear that blind was a scripted fight today.
And both runners dispatch blind without any trouble. Yeah, leaving Thieves Town with the 5 arrows that you get in the dungeon, there's little risk that you'll find yourself short on arrows anywhere. You just might have to pick up some slower arrows than you'd like, especially in like Total Rock or GT.
So another very marginal strat difference there in the brewery, with one ledge hop and one walk down the stairs. We've now gotten our sword tempered, which lets us save time on several bosses from here on out, and really notably also the Ganon fight at the very end of the game. Yeah, if you're very good at the Master Sword version of the boss fights, then the Tempered Sword doesn't actually pay off more time than it takes to get until the Ganon fight. But in the Ganon fight, it is so much faster that it is worth getting the sword at every level.
Yeah, it's kind of a fortuitous thing. Obviously, we were meant to defeat Ganon with the silver arrows, but luckily, while we don't need those, it's at least faster to have Tempered Sword. I think it keeps the run more interesting. And both runners pretty synced up again.
Oh, I say getting the suicide beetle there.
Corey getting the in the way fire snake, having to dance a little bit. Perfect 10 out of 10 moth fight for Oase. 9 out of 10 for Corey.
Yeah, that one spike just moved in time right before the end, unfortunately, to deny us the double perfect. But even so, 2 excellent fights. Let's see if we get any Louis dashing for safety here, or if they're going to just go for the lottery. Yeah. Alright, both of them buying the lottery tickets, but luckily neither of them getting paid out. Alright, let's see if the RNG is going to cooperate with us on this screen. Looks like there's a gap for Oase to get through, but unfortunately dodges the warp as well, but backs into it reasonably well.
I actually missed where Corey lost 2 hearts. Was that on that screen just now?
Oh, it must have been. Yeah, I didn't spot it.
I'm guessing it was while we were watching Oase swim.
Yes, unfortunately, Corey's then got to wait out the sparks there, and then also delayed slightly for the door at the end there to avoid jingle glitching.
Down 2 hearts also means it's unlikely Corey will have beams for the conveyor room here. Which means we're kind of at the mercy of that jelly as well.
Alright, nice quick bomb jump from Oase. Let's see if Corey can set it up. Nice nice dash turn set up.
Easy. Both runners just need one small magic from this final room before dropping into the cold stair fight. On this equipment, cold stair takes an entire bar of magic to the buster.
Ooh, Oase, yeah, slashing in the wrong
Bit of a
direction there,
false
but
start, yeah.
yeah, realised the mistake and dealt with it nicely.
Yeah, audibled into a really clean 6-slash fight. Oh, Corey doing the same thing, actually.
Yeah, similar. Oh, okay, there we go.
Less clean, but should be fine.
Right, so we begin some shopping here. So
I believe just for Oase. I believe Corey does all of his shopping in Mire.
yeah, looks like Corey's a boomer shopper now, and yeah, I don't know if Oase... Well, Oase is obviously going to get the medallion here, but I don't know if he also grabs the ice rod right now or saves that for later.
Also not sure.
Yep, it looks like Oase is just having the regular-sized swamp now. Unfortunate snipe by the bombers.
Not much you can do there.
Swamp seems to be going pretty fine for both the runners so far. Corey's the closest to the big key here. Actually, the actual difference between the two runners right now is not quite how it looks because of the difference of shopping. So Corey coming up on the restock room here. I don't think he'll feel the need to grab anything. Yeah.
Yeah. I am curious if we'll see Oase grab arrows or not.
Yeah, I don't know if OSA mains mic arrows or not. That obviously like informs the decision on whether you're grabbing those or not, because you need to make sure your count's high enough. Otherwise, if you don't grab them, or he denied the 0 and then unfortunately facing the wrong way there, going for the backup. So gonna have to settle for a quick 1 instead.
Yeah, he does grab the arrows. 10 arrows, even though we only need 8 to finish off Vitrius in Phase 2. Oftentimes you want to use some to finish off the eyeballs in Phase 1. And 2 is the normal amount that you need, but sometimes you need 3. Wasley almost gets the 0 cycle. Looks like he has an empty 1 cycle.
Ooh, so misses the fire rod quick kill, unfortunately.
Would have represented a pretty clean time save over Corey, but as it is, probably about the same amount of time spent in that fight. Alright, now Corey will catch up on shopping and even surpass Oase in terms of how much shopping he's done. The next time that our runners will be truly in sync in terms of progress is when they land on the mountain the next time to make their way over to Turtle Rock.
Corey going for the post ice rod spin speed. Another pretty marginal spin speed, but can steal a few frames with it if you get it right. Corey, unfortunately, with a fire rod misfire.
Yeah, neither runner got the fast Mire 2 that they were going for, but Oase at least got the slow, fast one.
Yeah. Didn't have to wait for another Wizrobe cycle.
Exactly.
Oase coming up on the basement here. Let's see if we can pull off some spooky action. And there's the first one. So going for the dash strat here, and Spooky 2 gets it as well. Right, nice and clean. There's that little 2-arrow backup that Concision mentioned earlier.
Yep, ends up with the 5 insurance arrows that he picked up in Swamp, but in the race setting, that's probably a very fair trade to make. Corey with a slight mishap here in the Vitreous fight. Probably will get a 1 cycle, yep, instead of a 0 cycle, but stays out of danger at least. With only 4 hearts left, you're not able to take much damage in that fight.
Yep, so Oase now on the way to repaying his shopping debt here. It's like he's going to grab this ice rod and still hold a slight lead over Corey.
So we'll have a good idea of the difference between the 2 runners by timing when they land on the mountain. Oase lands at 108.50.
Ooh, we're eating waffles tonight.
Corey lands about 109.15, so about a 25-second difference between the 2.
Corey, unfortunately, getting a bit more interfered with on his way to the Waffle House, but
yeah, getting bullied by those dead rocks a little bit for sure.
I say it looks like going to be entering Turtle Rock on full health, which always feels like cheating.
You love to see it. It feels so good hopping on the first Samaria platform and being able to beam the jellies.
Ooh, some more unfortunate dead rock placement there.
Yeah. More dead rock troubles. Scrolls the screen to the left to despawn the stuck dead rocks. They are just not cooperating for Corey. Does get the quick warp. I've been told it's free, but I'm bad at it.
Right, Corey low on the thing there. I think that means that he's going for the medallion speed here. I have no idea how good you've got to be at that to make it save time, but that looked pretty good to me.
It sure did. Chomp's not cooperating with for Oase at all.
Ooh, can we dodge this one? Yeah.
Being out there losing only the 4 hearts is honestly pretty impressive.
Yeah, I think he already got his fairy as well, so
I believe so.
Those 4 hearts are gone for good, unfortunately. Skipping the safety arrows there, so I guess that means that Oase has got designs on Mike's arrows.
Absolutely. Or he skips them as well. Just about wrapped the prize pack and got the fairy again.
Yeah, that can happen sometimes. The chomps each have like 3 different bits of them that can drop things, so you can kind of get through the prize pack pretty quick. Already having beams there for Cristarola, so able to do the nice, easy strat.
Also faster, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, I see. Running into a little bit of trouble with the switch there. He's gonna... Okay, that's fine. Wait, that's not what you wanted to do.
That was not mine.
Exclamation mark, don't use the pot.
Yeah, the old peg puzzle double negative going on there. You can't fix it twice.
Right, Corey not quite getting pinned against the wall there.
Alright, both runners getting out of Trinex in pretty good shape. We see Ganon's Tower opening up on Oase's side, the final dungeon of the run. We'll see both runners skip this first key on the torch. They'll get either the key from the mini Helmasaur towards the end of the dungeon, or from the peg cage chest, whatever it's called.
Right, so I say coming up onto the Ice Armor's fight here, needs to do the strat to get the arrows. See if that goes well. Alright, goes for the slightly safer version of the strat, where you're not like staring down the anti-fairy in the chest.
Yep. I think we'll see Corey do the other version of the strat.
And Corey just with a slight mistiming of the arrows there to make the almost not start dancing around quite as quickly, so losing a tiny bit of time, but nothing too big. He's still got the quick kill. Well, I say having some more than some quite major trouble now with Mimics 2.
Oh boy. Yeah, the mimics, true to their name, only move when you do, so in theory you have pretty much complete control over the room, but once you get kind of thrown off the cycle, so to speak, it's hard because you also have the clock of the BMOs shooting at you. The Stealthos not cooperating for Oase.
No, not at
Both
all.
runners in the gauntlet.
Yep, all of a sudden Corey's kind of on top of him. Alright, pretty important one cycle there.
Yeah. Oof. Corey fires off some fire rod shots that I'm sure he would like back.
Yeah, for sure, still able to clean up with a 2 at least.
A nice cleanup. He's not really behind schedule on magic. Doesn't have to stop here to pick up a small magic. The Lambo really cooperated for that cleanup. It could have been a lot worse. So yeah, so we'll see. Both runners, I guess, grab this cage chest key.
Well, I say with a little bit of trouble getting the hits in on Moldom too. I saw Corey warming up the hover before the race, so brace yourselves. Okay, looks like he's not going to go for it.
No. I wonder if it's a situation where he needed to be either behind or ahead a certain amount to go for it.
I bet he was behind by the perfect amount, where the hover could have could have brought it back.
I know. Hover fans everywhere in shambles. Beautiful first cycle on the Agatu fight from Oase.
Yeah, it's a slightly awkward one. Probably won't be okay. Got blue balled anyway, so no option for the 2.
Bailed out. Yeah.
Ooh.
But he didn't get the third cycle. He's
Yeah, a
upset
little,
about that.
little unfortunate not to get the kill that time.
Or he doesn't get the third cycle kill either. Oase with 2.5 hearts can't afford to take a lot of damage here. Obviously.
Most of the hits that he can't afford to take.
Most of the hits.
Basically anything until the final phase.
Yep. Gets the downward facing Ganon. Looks like he has the right setup for it. Expertly done. Corey gets the same pattern. These are not seated roams. Uh-oh. Oof.
Alright.
Corey's okay?
Yeah, kind of. Ganon's warping all over the place.
Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah, so Oase is probably just a torch glitch away from this race here and hits it.
Meanwhile, more warps. Alright, barring disaster, it looks like this will be Oase's. Corey misses torch glitch.
We have seen Corey on occasion deliberately go for the no torch glitch fight, but I didn't suspect that with how close this race is, that was not the case here. But we can ask about that. But anyway, looks like Oase is gonna bring it home.
Yeah, GG's in chat for Oase, our champion of the gold sword bracket this year, or this season rather.
And I made the mistake of saying the Sheeran comms in a previous race, and Relkin destroyed me.
Oh no! Well, he's not here to destroy me, so I'm safe. And GG's to Corey, our runner-up.
Alright, looks like we're joined by Corey. GG's.
Hey, GG's.
That was a pretty tense one.
Yeah, very close race throughout.
Oh, that one was a lot of fun. I don't know. I don't have a whole lot to say about it. Like, I knew that this was going to be a really hard one, and like got off to a bit of a shaky start, but settled in and just managed to stay, what, like 15-20 seconds behind the entire race. Like, I really can't complain about that.
No, there were quite a few moments when you two were synced up or nearly synced up, even as late in the game as Ganon's Tower.
Yeah, I mean, we like went back and forth on certain things, but like it felt like, I don't know. It felt like every time I looked, I was like, all right, I'm like 15 seconds behind, 20 seconds behind, 15, 10, whatever. I look at this one screen, I'm like, oh, we're caught up. I'm probably going to make a mistake here in a second.
yeah, fair enough. Yeah,
when it is how it is. Like it's
yes.
tough.
Yeah.
Looks like we're joined by our winner as well. Oase, congratulations.
Hey, thank you. GG's, Corey.
Yo, GG's, dude. That was a fun one.
Yeah, it was super close.
I was looking at it
the entire time.
What was that?
I was watching the entire time, and I think that's
I know,
bad
right?
because I started getting nervous.
Yeah, there were definitely spots I had to just like not think about it. That was weird going being like 5 seconds behind in G5 and then having like a terrible pattern and a brain fart on like what I actually wanted to do with the menu. And then I missed the arrow anyway, so it was good that I went to the fire rod. And then had like
Yeah.
the worst Lambo pattern ever. I was like, well, never mind.
Yeah, G5 and Lambo 2 made a real difference in sort of the outcome of that Dan's Tower, at least.
Yeah. I mean, it's like looking at where we were. I think I was like +7 leaving GT, so I was like, all right, can come down to warps, and then just got like
Yeah, it
felt like
it
12.
did to a large extent. Yeah, you had a lot of warps.
I'm glad it
Did
was.
you
I'm
miss
glad it was,
Torch Glitch on purpose, or was that accidental?
I hate that. I hate that RNG. I just was like, I'm not gonna try and catch this and deal with it. Because like the one thing I don't want to do is like get that fire rod shot off, but then I don't get Torch Glitch anyway. And I know it's not as bad as like 1-4, but 1-3 is still like really gross. Just make it comfortable. Don't try and do anything fancy. Like I looked over, I'm like, I've already lost. Just finish the fight.
Sure.
Yeah, I have no words for what was going on in like every split in that world, basically. You know,
Yeah, it was crazy. Like
the
you were,
Hammer.
what did I do? I'm trying to remember what like I just didn't have a good like first 3 splits. And even Hera wasn't that great either. So first 4 splits really. And then I got 1 and I saw you got at least 3. And I was like, well, the 40-second lead has gone to like a 12-second lead. Let's just play the game now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
it felt like-
you were ahead after Pawn. Well, maybe you were ahead entering.
We were
Helmet.
tied leaving pod, I think.
Yeah, you two were essentially tied leaving pod. I think Corey was missing like one more heart, which made the refill take that much longer, and that was literally the difference.
Yeah.
And so I think it was actually Thieves is where most of the separation in like the early mid Dark World happened. Corey had some mild adventures on that overworld. And
Oh yeah,
dungeon.
I got murdered.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It was okay though. Like everything else was fine.
Well, you missed the first try of the hammer dash on the peg going to the Dark World portal. Just bleeding a few very small things, nothing major, but it did add up. And then,
I mean, I'm not going to be upset about a 302 entry.
Oh yeah, absolutely, no, absolutely not.
Not in a race, at least.
Yeah, and then I'll say pretty clean until Turtle Rock and GT had a few disaster rooms like Chomps.
I don't know about clean, man.
Well, I mean, it's like you weren't bleeding time everywhere. We can like point to where the time was lost. Like in Turtle Rock, it was Chomps. You spent 15 seconds in that room, but that's fine.
Yeah.
And then Mimics in Ganon's Tower were the big ones.
Yeah, I think it's with like all that happened between Pod and I guess GT. Like every mistake cost me like at least 5 seconds or more.
Yeah, definitely. Sometimes you have runs where it feels like you have a bunch of small mistakes, and sometimes it's runs where it's like, it was really good except for one big mistake, and every segment that costs a bunch of seconds.
I enjoyed the simultaneous puff party. That was cool.
Yeah, you guys both had the basically the same sort of problem in Cold Stare where you messed up the poke dash and finished it off with pretty clean 6-slash kills.
Yeah, that would have been like a 6-12, I think. I got a 6-14 with that.
It's not bad.
And that's
Yeah,
the
I
only
had-
good split in the Dark World, I guess, in the entire run.
Oh, I had a crab on the warp screen. That was what made that awful for me. I had to do the rest of the dungeon
got it.
with like I was missing 2 hearts, and I'm like, well, sure. But conveyors were reasonably nice. I managed to not lose a million years in Stalfos Nights despite walking around the wrong side of the railing somehow. everything else after that was just was fine. And then Swamp was okay. Meyer was okay. TR was okay. GT was mostly okay. Yeah, like it was a good race. It was a solid run overall. I'm not upset about it.
No, it was a blast to watch. You know, thank you too for letting us calm this and share it all with you.
Yeah, congrats, dude. GG.
Thank you. Also, thank you guys for the commentary and CSR for the restream.
GG, my GGs as well. Congratulations, Oase. If you are not following these two, put on one hell of a show today. Please give them both a follow as we work our way toward the end of League. One more race on the docket tonight, 11 p.m. Eastern. Hoping to have a restream for it, unsure at the moment, but we will let you know as soon as possible. I want to thank you. I want to give big thanks to Concision and Rob for comms today. Please give them a follow as well. Thank you, Bot. There you go. Appreciate both of you. Keep an eye on the ZSR schedule. Still plenty going on the rest of the day, as well as upcoming next couple weeks. At least one tournament that I know of starting tonight. So the Z2R Max Randall tournament starts. If you have any interest in that, keep an eye on the schedule for more of that, as well as everything else going on. Any final thoughts before we head on out and make it almost League?
No, I just want to echo the thanks to everybody for putting this on again. Yeah, can't wait for the next one.
All right. Until next time, all, thank you very much for joining us. Please direct all the complaints to Fox. He'll be able to answer all questions for you. Stay safe out there, and until next time, it's almost League. See y'all again here soon.